Now give me the beat. Heyo! Gonna move the dog over here. The dog's over here.
Dog just,
What's up, peeps? Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark.
Bark, 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 bark.
Hell yeah.
Hababwa.
Akapaka.
I thought about actually, wait, what? Pet me?
What?
I just saw like
lol.
command pet Z. Yeah.
Yas.
Yeah.
Yas.
See, I was working on the map.
Aw, shit.
I was actually up pretty late working on the map.
Oh,
last
were
night.
you?
I
Oh.
was.
And how's that going? We have to finish our map this week.
Well, that's another thing too. We need to finish our map.
I know this
There's
map.
some
No, you
map-making
don't.
things we gotta do.
I suck at this map right now. I suck at everything right now.
I haven't played this map in a while.
I still need to make the streaming playlist. Honestly, I haven't yet. I just want to get a finish on this. I really don't care.
Is there an event going on?
Not technically, no. I'm on a
Where's
run
the
though,
pants
so I'm not
party?
going to answer.
It's the pants party.
It's the pants party. Well,
Anchorman.
there we go. Oof. Why don't I feel like I have enough speed for this? Well, I guess I do. I'm just going real slow. If I get it in the time, will that make Zua start up? No. Too dead. See if I can type. Hello?
Hello?
Is that
Hi.
Zua reload Two-Face?
There's cats in the chat.
What the heck? Oh well, I guess we're doing it without Zua today, because I don't want to spend any more time on that. So I gotta make stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
Yeah, I gotta make the playlist.
A playlist.
Ah, the person.
There's meowing in chat. The cat's got control of the keyboard.
What's up?
Wah.
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 Wah. It is subs. Okay.
Guacamole.
I think all of my maps today should be in this list. So we got Bingy Boing Boing.
Bingy boing boing. Buck, boom,
That's
boom,
correct.
boom,
Bing bop boom boom bomb bing bam.
The kind of shit I'm on, you just wouldn't understand.
Night drop. Okay, this is going very smoothly. Easton Robot Dragon. Easton. Apparently.
Weston.
Weston. Oh,
Northston,
East. I thought you said West.
Southston.
Ooh, a Luigi's Mansion map? Don't mind if I do.
Love you, G.
Quake Zone Forest. That's correct.
Giuseppe.
Shortamade. I know that's one of them.
The pistol.
And Shortamade 2 is another one. Oh, there's 3.
Should've
Subscribe. Apparently I missed that one when I was subscribing to them all.
Squid. You can subscribe to it.
Subsquib.
Subscribe.
Really?
Really?
Maybe we're gonna skip that one. Mortar Shade? Simple and nothing to see. Okay.
Okay.
So there's that. Add level, simple. Nothing to see. And I really don't see that other one, even though I just went and resubbed to it. Maybe it'll come up later. Sorry, Mortar Shade. Sorry. Sorry if you really cared about that. Is this kick or clutch? No, I don't do that. What's up, RC Jedi? We gotta go. Oh, this controls, fuck. Room settings? No, I'm not gonna get it in time. It's okay, we'll start on the map after this map.
Go.
Ugh. Oh, hey.
A map I've still never finished.
You've still never finished this?
I've still never finished.
No shot. Room settings. We know we want level playlist. We want shuffle off. We want this to be 6 minutes, and we want to start. Yeah, that twice. I think we did. I think it was Bingy Boing. Boingy Boingy Boing. I think was the first one. Yeah, Boingy Boingy Boing was the first one. Screw this track. It sucks. Okay, we're starting. Except where is the thing I want to see? There it is. There we go. Okay. Now we're starting. Woohoo! Wahoo!
Wahoo!
Oh, what a day. I had a massive migraine like halfway through my day today. I ended up taking like a 3-hour nap about it.
Fun times.
Oh yeah, it was great. Couldn't keep my eyes open and everything.
Is it better now?
Yeah. Yeah, it's better. Sorry, I had to use all my brain power to answer that question.
Has another migraine thinking.
right.
Just...
God damn it, Zed, why are you trying to give me another migraine?
It's my plan all along. Devious plans.
You devious schemer, you.
Devious schemer.
A skeevious
Scheming
deemer.
all the time.
Aw, I was supposed to go to the right there? Dang. Dang. Is that a shortcut through there? Mortar Shade. Whoop.
Nosferatu.
Why am I bad all of a sudden? Oh well. I'll just continue being bad. It's fine. No! Maybe this migraine's affecting me.
Have yourself.
I'm a loser. Why is... I'm live, right, guys? Yeah, you guys can see me. Why isn't this...
Yeah.
Why isn't this working? Why am I still on starting over here? Can I do... that? There we go. My short stream wasn't working. I was on starting soon still. You know how... No, it's for some reason, we linked them, but it didn't switch. Is mayonnaise an instrument? It didn't switch over on the short stream when I switched over on the main stream. Is it my fault? I love that. Love that Cookie's like, you're using my product. Is it my fault? Is it me? Am I the bad guy? I don't know.
Cookie.
And the whole time, it was all Cookie's fault.
It was entirely Cookie.
Everything could have been stopped if it weren't for Cookie. Oh my god, I'm gonna land it. Oh,
I would have gotten away with it too.
Oh, I gotta go down there. Okay. Oh, and then I gotta go. Logic maps. I like a finish. I knew it's my fault. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Who, I think, oh, Stabby was streaming earlier today. And, he was streaming a VR game, I'm not sure what it was. And he put his hands in the air, like he raised them like he was gonna start fisticuffs, and then he said, Yoshime. And then someone was like, who's Yoshime? And he's like, you don't know Yoshime? She don't believe me. I'm like, she has a black belt in karate. She's working for the city. She has to exercise her body. And Sammy's like, because she knows that, it's demanding to defeat those evil machines. Yeah.
God.
We literally just started saying, you know, all the lyrics to Yoshime versus the... I can't even remember. It's just Yoshime versus the pink robots. Is that the whole title?
The flaming lips.
Yeah, the flaming lips. It was funny. We just went back and forth on it for a while.
Yoshime. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know the words entirely. That's the most I've learned on the words. I've heard the song quite a few times.
It's just such a simple song, you know. The lyrics aren't hard. It's a story about a lady fighting robots. It's not cryptic. It's very simple.
one song that always sticks in my head from them though is still gonna be
yeah. No,
that's
okay.
a good one.
That's one that's always in my head.
She wants jelly.
Oh yeah.
I think it's,
she don't use jelly is what it's called. Is what it's called. She don't use jelly.
She don't use cheese. Oh, I can't. She's reading the words.
She uses Vaseline.
Why does she use so much Vaseline?
She uses tangerines.
And tangerines.
And tangerines. Vaseline and tangerines. I want to know how they came up with the song idea, to be honest. Like, did they like really know someone who was just like insane? Drugs. Drugs.
That band's drugs. Yes. That band is pretty much just drugs.
The Flaming Lips, lol.
They have like interesting records that they've actually done a 24-hour song technically.
She's taken lots of vitamins, yeah.
They did like this whole record where it was like you had to. It was 4 separate discs essentially.
Yeah.
And each of them was the track that you had to play them all in unison at the same time to do the full track.
Huh.
Was it called Zarika or something like that?
You're like drugs. Flaming Lips equals drugs.
Pretty much. I mean, they have a lot of vitamins.
Drungs. Don't do drungs in school, kids.
Don't do drungus, kids.
What's up, Mac Cheesy? Violins in school.
No violins. We don't want your violins.
Ooh, okay. I did that pretty cleanly the first try.
Oh.
Oh, I needed to go over there. Shit. It was to the right the whole time.
Is that the Muppets theme I just heard?
No.
That's what I thought you were doing.
No, it's all copyright free music over here, Zed. It's all copyright free music over here, man. Oh, I should have seen it coming. I should have seen it coming, guys. There we go. Still need to be further to the right for that jump. I plan on hopefully editing the Chaos Inc. video tomorrow night, but for those of you that are here /care, I probably could have interwall read that the whole time, huh? The videos for the next while are probably going to be, like, out of order and weird. I've been not, like, feeling editing lately. So.
Fair.
I'm like editing the ones that are relevant now, if that makes sense. Like the other day, the last video I did, I think, was the Year of the Snake one. And I only did that one at that time because it was Year of the Snake, like, celebration happening that week. So it was relevant at that time. And now I'm gonna release Chaos Inc. next, and that's like not the next one in the list of videos that I should release, like, chronologically. But because it's something that the community did, I want to give it to the community because it seems more relevant. So, you know. My school didn't allow string instruments for band, neither did mine. I was a drummer for 1 year, and then I was a tuba player for the rest of the years.
I never even took band. I wanted to.
Let AI edit your videos. If you give AI a job now, he might keep you alive in the mines later. He's like, I remember Two-Face was the only one who believed in me when I needed a job. Oh, man. Oh, you can't enter there. Interesting. Trumpet? Nice. I ultimately ended up learning about 12 instruments total. I don't really play any of them anymore. I pick up my guitar like twice a year. I just got a Verp pill, and now I'm at 7 luck for this run. A Verp pill? What? 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 What are you talking about, Koi?
Performance enhancing drugs?
Performance enhancing drugs? Dude, I can't race today. I'm way too distract-minded.
In first place. I can't race today.
You should see how much I'm resetting.
That's me all the time. I'm so picky about my runs no matter what that I'm just like reset.
Ah. Oh, Binding of Isaac, okay. Ah! Oh, I should have known when Koi said 7 luck. Yo, what's up, Ogle? Wooly! I don't know any instrument other than harmonica now? Dang. What's up, Wooly? Can't play because my internet is weird, but I wanted to say hi. Oh, no worries, Ogle. Appreciate you being here. That, like, landing right there is weird. It, like, bounces your butt up. And this landing right here is also very strong. Very strong. And I'm down 5 speed. Excuse me. Yo, what's up, Throneless? I suck at this game. Why do I even try to play this game, guys?
It's for the fans.
Woo!
For the people.
Oh, see that? See that? That's not fun. My foot and leg are asleep. Should have thought about that before you became peasants. Turu? I was gonna say. Turu. You wanna like... No, that was way too exaggerated. Okay, that's it. GG's. 2-2. How's it going, Code Walt? I do appreciate the very Two-Face style deco on that last track, though. Oh, it's this track. This is that you gotta like go at like a super specific angle to not hit the death wall on this. I've gotten both Cricket's Head and now Magic Bush. This run is broken. Broken runs in Isaac are the best runs. I don't... I don't understand.
Oh.
I don't... Sunder man. I sick today? I was also under the weather earlier.
Ball. I am not understanding this.
Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, I don't.
I've seen someone do this, so I know it's possible, but I don't understand how they did it. That's true. Listen to Cookie. Cookie's a smart man. There's a way you can, like, do the jump and land on the other quarter pipe and retain all of your speed. How do you do it? I have no clue.
I don't understand this.
An oatmeal raisin what face? What? If you saw Mackie do this, then it isn't possible. What? If you saw Mackie do this, then this isn't possible. Mackie used the devil's witchcraft. Oh. Alright.
That foosball is the devil. Dang foosball.
Well, bot wants to use good emotes, but those don't exist on YouTube. Right, right.
I don't understand this.
Breaking midair? So, yeah, kinda maybe? I've tried that as well. So, I was gonna maybe make a map on this soon, but breaking, there's like a magnetism mechanic in Zeepkist. To like the track and whatnot, and from what I understand, breaking makes the magnetism more exaggerated, so breaking probably isn't the answer, because usually just makes it worse, makes you go towards the wall even worse. What I'm not, I don't know, man. Do I have to arms up? Oh, you do have to arms up, huh? Tap arms up for a backflip? It'd be sick if there was like some instructions or something at the beginning of what was supposed to be done. That way it wasn't just 6 minutes of death.
6 minutes of death.
Yo, Rory, what's up? How goes?
I'm just gonna continue to bark in chat. In a very
I don't...
organized manner.
Okay, so it is arms up. It definitely is arms up. Today is a weird day. It's a bit of an off day for me, you know? I had a huge migraine today, threw off my whole everything. Used arms up and air brake. Stream's been going well. Slow, but well. IDK 0 CPs just cheese it? Yes, because everyone else has been able to cheese it. Oh, what was that? That was so weird. Did you guys see me, like, get pushed away from the wall? What the heck?
Hold it going straight up enough, you'll
What is that?
But it's like, it's trying to figure out how to make it, like, push you to the other wall.
Right. Why does it do that? Oh, man. Turn opposite? 'Cause, 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 'cause What the heck?
Oh. What the
That's so strange. Like an Ayor.
Heyo.
Yo, Zed, have you seen of many in chat? Have you met that person before? Do you know who they are?
Not to my recollection.
So they do some pretty good music. I've heard their stuff. They're you can tell, you can hear the Static X influence. Let's just say.
Oh.
Very good.
I'm a
Very
fan.
good stuff. Very good stuff. And if I wasn't playing, you know, DMCA free music here, I would totally put it on. Static X and Senses Fail. Yeah.
Static fail. Senses
Static
X.
Fail Senses X. My music is DMCA free. Maybe I'll put it on in a bit. I think I have it. Is it on Spotify? I think it's on Spotify. I think I remember finding it on Spotify. I don't understand where I'm going. I'm just going towards all these cannons. I don't think this is the correct option, but Zed's going this way, so this is also the way I'm going.
I'm just flying.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die. CPs are up. Okay.
What?
Forgot to remove this one. Lol. Walnut. Destroy bunkers, it says. Okay, there's a massive booster in the sky. Yeah. I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Not that
either.
up? Oh, are those? I thought, okay. Over there.
So I just...
And it just, okay. I think I understand. Okay, there we go. It's just don't die, the video game. Got it.
Don't die the video game. Oh god. Oh god.
No! I missed that one. Wah! Oh man. Okay, we're just gonna go this way. Yo, what's up, Arashi or Otter, or however you want me to say that. Or Arashi Otter. Words.
Otter?
Hello. I'm trying not to be shot from the sky right now. I think I see a clear path. I've gotten all the checkpoints. Lots of dodging in this? Yeah, for sure. Woo! Alright. Is that...
Really?
Oh no. Not like this.
It's Lily, but an aquatic critter.
If you can dodge a laser, you can dodge a ball. Throws a laser. Who throws a laser, honestly?
Honestly.
I don't want to get that one, I guess.
No. I got shot out of the sky.
I want to know why I could see the logic gates and everything before, but I can't now. Wah! Oh, I got it. Whoa! I got shot from the sky!
Blown to smithereens.
To smithereens!
Terrible, terrible news. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh damn. Oh god. Ah.
Sometimes you gotta risk it on this map too, you know? Just
Oh my God,
for
dude,
the
this-
biscuit, you know?
Pour
You wouldn't-
that up with a biscuit.
You wouldn't want to not have a biscuit. You want the biscuit, right? Therefore,
as a dog, yes,
therefore, you must risk it
I'm
for
risking it.
that biscuit.
Better have a fucking biscuit.
Oh, I don't know where I'm at now. Oh, no, I'm restarting. Okay.
Like these false.
Oh, it's
claims to
Lily
dogs.
on my alt. I remember that. I remember that now. Now that you say that. I remember that you telling me at one point that that was one of your... Sorry, I'm very slow today. Brain no do the work good today. Ba-da-boop-beep-beep-beep-beep-beep. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-boop-ba-ba.
I'm happy I at least finished.
Ra-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-buddy. What were you saying? Sorry.
I'm happy that I at least finished.
I'm just being a scat man over here, you know? Skibidi-bidi-da-ba-ba-da-bo. Oh, I don't have enough time. You just go this way, right? If you can dodge a laser, I'd recommend telling the technique to all the dead stormtroopers. What? Bam, 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 bam. Ba, 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 doo, boo. How's chat? How you guys doing? How's the wife? She doing well?
How you know?
I'm gonna move Zed like on this side of the numbers.
Yes.
Big chillin', no wifey. Got it. Got it. I played this one before. I done did play this one before.
I done remember this one now. Yeah, I done remember.
I remember this map.
Dragon out, man.
Beat a bodo, beat up, beat it bo.
What in tarnation?
Being blessed with the Two-Face Zeepkist stream. Oh, that's what I get for reading. It's karma.
Being blessed with the Two-Face.
Hecketh yes.
Two face. Face of Two.
I am normally very bad at playing this game and reading chat, but today is an extra bad. Two-Face is bad at playing this game and reading chat day.
I am Speed.
I'm Sped.
I am Speed.
You know the metal band Speed?
I recognize the name.
They have this song where they do a breakdown at the end of the song. It's like their most popular song, right? And in the song, they have flute. They have like flute in the breakdown, and the vocalist plays flute. And I found a video of them playing it live the other day, and he's like this kind of like he's not like a tall guy, right? Or like anything, but he's like buff. He looks like he's in like a beatdown band. You know what I mean? Like he looks like and he has this flute, and he's playing the flute, and he's holding it in the air like a fucking war axe, and just like hardcore dancing and then playing flute, and then he kicks the guitar on accident because he's trying to look like a badass with a flute, and I'm just like, oh my god. I played that
badass.
Yeah, how to be a badass with a flute.
You're the lobster.
I showed that video to Ronan the other day, Ronan and Saint Nick, and they both like really got a laugh out of it because, you know, it's just hard to take a man holding a flute in the air like it's a weapon seriously, you know. And so I played that song on Ronan's stream like yesterday or something, and YOLO in chat goes, what the hell is this song? Ronan's gonna skip this for sure. And I'm like, no, you don't know the power of the flute solo, my guy.
You don't know the power of the flute. Get ready for this flute.
It's kind of similar to like the sax solo that sometimes exists in clowncore songs.
Yeah.
You know, you're always hyped for the saxophone solo in the clowncore music.
Sex.
Bam, 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 and a man. Rum, bum, 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 bigga, bam. When Year of the Lobster? I don't know. It's Googleable, I bet. How are you? I am post-migraine right now, but I'm better than I was. How are you? Weaponize the flute. Weaponize it. Dude, the guy held a flute like it was a battle axe, I shit you not.
And you have my axe.
And my axe and my flute.
You have my flute.
Loudy, loudy.
Just whips out a flute. It's like little canary.
What is the map name? Eastern Robot Dragon V2. I'm the Scat Man. Skibby dee dee dot bodo bo.
I'm the Scat Man.
Skibby dee dee dot bodo bo. Ba bodo bo. Do what? As a matter of fact, don't let nothing hold you back. If the Scat Man can do it, so can you. I'm the Scat Man. What a brave soul. Just admitting you're the Scat Man in front of everyone like that, right? Like, most people keep their vigilante identities, like, secret. You know what I mean? Just, like, saying that you have that power to scat so confidently in front of people. Like, look at me. I'm the Scat Man.
See.
Where is Rachel?
See. In different circles.
Yeah, I know. I almost went there. I didn't.
So I was gonna say 2025 may not be a moniker you're proud of.
There's two. What if there's two scat men in this universe, and one can scat and one, well, and then they argue, over who the real scat man is. Stop stream.
It's like that Spider-Man meme, like they're all pointing at each other, but who's the real stat man? Which one's the shitty version?
Right. Stop stream late at night. Also, Scatman is probably the best song in my opinion. Dude, I can't, like, this, I get off work and then I stream. This is it. This is what I got for you guys. You know what? Here, I'll make you guys a promise. If you guys support me enough, I can turn Zed up if he's quiet.
My mic might have also been down for a second, so.
I mistyped for a section, lol. If you guys, you know, if you guys support me enough, not that I'm, like, begging for it or anything here, I'm just saying if you guys really want to see, like, earlier streams and stuff like that, if you guys support me enough that I can, you know, do content full-time, then I won't have an excuse to stream so late. You picking up what I'm throwing down here? You catching what I'm pitching? It's a simple idea, really. I don't understand. Wonut, what am I doing? Where am I? How are people? What? Why do you do these vertical streams? I do both, fam. Go to my channel and you'll find the real stream that's not vertical. The vertical stream is just to catch people who are on shorts. Were you on shorts when you found me? Because if so, it worked on you. Yeah, see? It's because you wouldn't have found me if you weren't on shorts. Right? But now that you know I'm live, you can come over to the real stream if you go to my channel and then watch the full-size stream. It works. It works every time. What am I doing on this map, Wonut? Ramping into the next sink.
You have to let that sink in.
How does one get the Two-Face doll? Oh, lol. The Two-Face doll's on this map. Let it sink in. Ramp into the next sink. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Stream Twitch, it's easier to earn money if you would want to do creating videos full time. Yes and no.
Meowgam Moongiggle just redeemed Pushy.
Sweet. I asked my community if they would go over to Twitch if I started streaming on Twitch, and everyone, like 75% of my people in my polls said no. So that's why I'm streaming on YouTube.
Okay. What am I doing?
YouTube is better for discoverability, and that's why I'm here. Just like Brinko finding my my stream in shorts and stuff like that. That's not really something you can do in Twitch. You have to rely on people like rating you and stuff, and that's like the best you get. There's no like, we think you'd like this streamer. I prefer chatting on Twitch, but I'm always on YouTube. Yeah, like I'll be on Twitch when I want to watch like my friends who do stream on Twitch. But YouTube I find has like significantly better performance, and usually when I'm watching them on mobile because I'm at work. There are people who stream both platforms. It's just not something I'm interested in currently. It's a choice I'm making. It's not something I'm unaware of. I streamed on Twitch for 8 years. I know damn well I can stream on Twitch / how to stream on Twitch. I am done streaming on Twitch. I've done that enough in my life. I do not really want to go back to that Amazon-owned platform.
Fair.
I still don't understand. The Zeepkist community is growing a lot lately. Hell yeah, it is. So there's a checkpoint there, and then you're supposed to... Maybe I'm going left here. Oh, I'm going over here, okay.
Let's check.
Then what? Go back up? Okay. Oh, I lost too much speed. Okay. Interesante. If it was like, oh shit. If it was like a big enough demand, I would go to Twitch, but right now the streams are just little bonus things, and I'm not even looking for them to make money. You know what I mean? The streams are like just for the people who care about the streams, and that's it.
Yeah.
I do not, streams are not my
also...
primary area of concern. I am a recorded content person these days.
Yeah. You're not, yeah.
I'm not like looking to grow via stream or anything like that. I'm just looking to grow via recorded content. I really would prefer... Oh, I see. Okay. Am I gonna have time for a finish? Good night. Man. It's 5 a.m. for you? Jeez, dude. You okay?
What a sleep.
Are you up early or up late? Oh, I can't get to the... There's a checkpoint right there! Sorry, I was just hydrating.
How could you?
I know.
Stay hydrated.
Went to sleep at 7 p.m., so I'm up early. Oh, okay, that's better than the other option. Oh, there we go. Cool. Bam, 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 bam.
Banana?
Banana nana.
Bananarama.
This actually does a pretty good job at selling the vibe of Luigi's Mansion. I haven't played Luigi's Mansion that much, but I enjoy like the aesthetic and ideas of Luigi's Mansion.
I have never played Luigi's Mansion. But
It's
I
a
also never
little
really played
my
Nintendo,
complaint, as with most Nintendo titles, is it's a little handholdy. You know,
yeah, it's Nintendo.
it makes the game just feel so slow. Like, Nintendo, why aren't you just assuming I'm a gamer? Can we like ask Nintendo to do like I'm a gamer mode where like or like Game Freak's really bad at doing it too, where like the more modern I'm supposed to go right there, aren't I? Shit. Are you dissing on Nintendo again? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause like half the reasons I stopped playing their games is because they like take too long to get anywhere. Because they teach me too much. I don't care. I don't want to learn your damn lessons that I learned when I was like 5. Remember when Nintendo, the only tutorial Nintendo would give you was it's dangerous to go alone, take this, and then you got killed by everything. And now Nintendo is, and here's a 5-hour tutorial on how to play the game, and then 2 hours of gameplay. Will you buy the Switch 2? Hell no. Not unless I have excessive amount of money.
Honestly, if I were to buy a handheld, anything that's kind of like portable on the go kind of thing like that, I'd probably buy like a Steam Deck.
That would be same. Steam Deck over Switch 2.
That's honest. I feel like I'd have more use out of a Steam Deck.
And it's weird because like the Switch 2 is like kind of trying to be a PC, right? Like they have mouse mode on the Joy-Cons now, which is weird as hell. Why not just release your games on PC, guys? Stop pretending like you can avoid.
We want you to buy the console. Buy this hardware that it's going to be useless in 3 years.
Right.
Because we're going to have a new one.
Not even that, right? Like, God, the performance on the Switch 1 was terrible. Like, if the Switch 2 performance is not, like, significantly better than the Switch 1 performance, like, quite steeply significantly, then I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die there, so I reset, but I didn't. Lol. Get wrecked, me.
See, for me, I'm more of the mind that if I have a handheld, either A, I want it to be something that's just emulators and I can just play emulated classic shit.
Yeah.
Or B, it just be something that I can actually access like my library on Steam, because I have so many games here anyways, you know?
Right.
And that just kind of makes sense to me at this point.
I mean, and we're getting to the
like,
point you can almost like emulate most modern consoles anyway. Like,
yeah.
And console exclusives are dying, thank God, which is great. Like, I love that for the gaming industry. Console exclusives were the worst way to sell a product. Capitalism. Switch had 4 gigs of RAM, but the Switch 2 will have 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, yeah, that's great. I'm not getting hype until I see real life performance. Numbers don't really mean much to me. You know what I mean? Like, implementation and proper usage does. Even then, like, let me put it this way. These days when you're building a PC, you're looking for 16 gigabytes of RAM minimum.
Yeah.
Why 12? Why 12?
Yeah.
Why 12? Because you had to keep your costs down?
They cap it so when they make the pro version that actually has 16,
right,
then you buy that after you've already bought the
even
first
then, the whole 16 gigabytes of RAM being the sweet spot thing kind of has been dying the last few years, and it feels like 32 is the way to go right now.
Yeah, well, things are naturally evolving in that sense.
Yes,
even
but
as
games are
something that's like
optimized for the console. Yes, but games are optimized for the console, or I can play them in many more FPS at much higher resolution on my PC. Like, it's not appealing to me.
I'm as someone that has always been like a lifelong PlayStation fan, Even I'm looking at my PS5 going, because for the last year I've only played one game on it
Like, have you
because it's an exclusive. Because
loading
that's
screens
it.
on Switch 1 were terrible, right? Like, absolutely abysmal. I only have one game on PC that's on like that right now, and it gives me a warning every time I play it that I should put it on my SSD because they know that it takes a long time to load. And it's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and that game's built in CryEngine, and it's beautiful. It's nothing like Switch, where I'm like loading like barely even a 3D game for like 15 minutes, hoping to get in. Sometimes I watch my girlfriend play like Animal Crossing, and I'll watch her load for like 15 straight minutes. Like, seriously, no joke. It's crazy.
Yes, exactly. It's
Yeah, at
it's
this point,
console
people only
exclusive.
buy the Switch because of games, not the console. Exactly, and I don't
Yes.
really have like an attachment to Nintendo games anymore. Like, I used to be a
I
really
never
big Zelda.
have.
I used to be a really big Zelda fan. But like, I fell off around Twilight Princess. I like the handheld Zelda games that have come out, like not the Switch ones. I played a little bit of not Tears of the Kingdom, the one before that. And then I like put it down and didn't come back to it because it just wasn't really like what I was looking for. Felt like it had adopted like MMO mentality. Man,
I don't know. I've only technically myself owned one Nintendo product, and it was like I was gifted a Game Boy Color when I was a kid, and I
Yeah, I
only
liked
even
the
had
DS
like two
ones.
games on that.
I liked the DS ones. I liked Link Between Worlds was like the last one I played that I really, really enjoyed. Or was it Link Between Worlds, or was it Link in Time or something like that? I think it was Link Between Worlds. Link Between Worlds was great though.
What is this track? Was there a theme to this list?
Was there a what?
Was there a theme to this list of tracks
No,
at all?
no.
Tracks that I will not finish. That's what
Yo,
it
what's up,
looks
Marvin?
like.
We just played one of your maps. The last map was Marvin's? I didn't get a time on it, I'm not gonna lie. The Luigi's Mansion one? Was that Marvin? Am I crazy? I can't remember. My brain's not working today, as I've said many times on stream already. To be honest, the Switch held up well. It's almost 9 years old at this point. I mean, I
There's no
guess.
other
I was...
competition for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing else for them to really compete against. Except
No,
for themselves.
Nintendo's a walled garden, right? Nintendo's like the Apple of gaming. There's the reason they have no competition is because no one really does like what they do, and they don't release their product in other places.
Sony and Xbox have been too busy fighting each other this whole time.
Right.
Because they're the ones that are going for the high, the high graphic thing, and the high, that whole bit, and Nintendo plays off of nostalgia.
Listen. Here's my honest opinion on the current state of games. Indie games every time. AAA games,
Sometimes they actually hit, but 9 times out of 10 they don't hit anymore.
Like,
It's very rare that a AAA game actually does well. I think, in my opinion, I don't know.
especially like because lately people have just been so focused on like sequels and stuff, and there's no like not very many like good original IPs coming out, I feel like, from the AAA space. It's just like sequel after sequel after sequel, like it's the MCU or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even hyped for Borderlands 4, like almost at all. Like, and that was
It's
my
hard
favorite
to
franchise
be.
once upon a time.
I want to be, because I would love to actually have some more Borderlands to play.
I would love to have a good
but-
Borderlands game. What's a
but I'm
AAA
also-
game? It just means like there's really big studios with a lot of money put into the game, basically.
A lot of backing.
Right.
See, I think for me, a lot of it is just like
I'm overthinking this map.
Borderlands. Just a lot of the drama around it, you know, from the
Nostalgia bait at its
movie to the
finest. Yeah.
background of it. It's hard for me to want to get into it now.
Call of Duty dropping a new
Entirely.
game every half a year. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Like I don't care about Call of Duty like at all.
Call of Duty, Activision, it's all money. It's all numbers. And that's the
Yeah.
thing is that's all those companies are doing is they're just trying to get you to buy the product, so you buy the battle pass, so you buy the DLC, so you spend over hundreds of dollars.
It's like
on
the
this
same thing
stupid
that's happening
game.
in the movie industry right now, right? Like it's all
Yeah.
reboots or live action versions of cartoons or, you know,
It's
like
nothing original.
yeah, there's no original
And it's-
stories
it's
happening.
ways
There's
to get money out of your pocket because they want you to go see the movie in the theater.
and it's
They
just
want you
like,
to go
oh,
buy the game.
people remember liking this before. Someone made a post the other day, and I've been saying this for years, but I saw a post on Reddit the other day that was someone saying, why don't people remake movies that had potential but didn't come out good? Why are we remaking movies that were already successful once? Why don't we give the
honestly,
movies that like failed epically another chance? Like that's such a good point in my opinion. Like I would love to see like I would love to see an Event Horizon remake. Event Horizon was like such a good movie in theory, but the way it was done was kind of meh, right? So like
honestly, if you brought back the same director,
right?
Even if you brought back the same people to work on it, just with the budget that they might have now after being, because like the director of that movie was early in his career,
right?
What would he have done with it now? Like that, I'm not against that idea either. I like to see that kind of thing.
I don't know.
I would be a good one.
I would like to see like some older originals that kind of flew under the radar be remade. Like they just remade what was the one we just watched the other day that was a horror movie that was a remake?
Malum,
is that what it's called?
The one that's based off the Last Shift.
Yeah, it's Last Shift, but it's like a different version of Last Shift. And Last Shift was good, but it wasn't groundbreaking.
But like, and that was the same thing. Where that was the same director,
right?
That was the same person going back, and just they now have more of the tools and the abilities that they wanted to do. Perhaps
I want to see more stuff like that though, where it's like movies that kind of flew under the radar, and they're just giving them a new, like, you know, breath of air.
Yeah. But no, they'll keep bringing back like it's either that or they just like pull from like other books and stuff. They usually pull from books more than anything, I think.
Right.
Which I mean, of course, is a great place to find stories, especially like Stephen King and all that. But like,
it definitely can be. But I also enjoy like when someone just writes a good, just straight up movie. What am I doing? Okay, I got a break at the end, I guess. Feel like Android Black Ops was on Meta VR, would have had money. Well, dude, I only know about you because of Zeepkist. What other games do you play? On YouTube, almost nothing. In life, almost like PC games,
a lot of things.
I was in Terraria mood for a while recently, and then I kind of hopped out of that. I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out, and a friend of mine bought that for me because he heard I was a little bit low on money because we're having to pay medical bills right now. And he's like, here's a gift for you, Killing Floor 3, the beta for that starts. Well, I guess it's already started. I'm really looking forward to that. I was a big fan of Killing Floor 2. I'm typically, I used to be like a really big Borderlands person. I'm not so much anymore, but I am playing through Borderlands 2 with my girlfriend right now, so I do talk about that a little bit. Do you get the 2-week Minecraft phase? Go ahead, Zed. You sound like you have things to say.
It's not a 2-week phase. And it's not
Minecraft.
A phase.
Minecraft was like my life for a period of time.
I was like, that's more than the 2-week phase.
Yeah. Minecraft and I have a history. It's a lot to get into, but I dislike all the Fortnite ads I see. Yeah, Fortnite's one of those games I'll never touch.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that.
There we go. Jeepers.
I don't even know if I'm like actually going the right direction for a finish. I'm just driving.
Based on Twisted Metal map layout. Oh, okay.
Oh. Twisted Metal.
There was a game back in the day called Paragon that I used to like quite a bit that Epic was making. And then they axed Paragon because Fortnite was doing well and they wanted to focus their money on Fortnite because it would make them more money. The game is now called Predecessor, and it's out because the guy who like designed it and wrote everything for it and all that stuff decided he was gonna, you know, make it again. But like, unfortunately, like, I know this sounds kind of shitty. Like, I'm not as interested in it as I once was. It was like kind of, it's a MOBA, right? And it was like during my MOBA phase, and I just don't play MOBAs like at all anymore. I'm not like into games for drama. I had a Dead by Daylight phase that lasted about 3 years, and I got dramaed out of that community just like everyone else does. Did you like Fall Guys when it was big? No, I never played Fall Guys. I think I've seen people play it, but I always get Fall Guys and Human Fall Flat mixed up. I can never remember which one is which. I think it's Human Fall Flat's the one that I'm like actually interested in playing, and Fall Guys is just a mini game, right? Like it's just a bunch of mini games.
It's just a party game for like a bunch of people to, you know. It's just kind of what it is. It's just a bunch of people basically playing Wipeout, you know.
I would rather play like Gmod or something. And honestly, like Sandbox is being worked on right now, and I'm really hyped for that. You guys might see me do Sandbox content. I'm not gonna lie.
I've actually never played Gmod stuff. I never played with Gmod stuff.
It's very dated now, and you need like these weird like set of files. Goose Duck, shut up, Wooly. You need like this weird set of files that you download from like a Google Drive to even make the game work anymore. But people still play the shit out of Gmod. I've been playing
Go ahead.
I've been playing a lot of PokeMMO lately, which is literally Pokemon Gens 1 through 5 all put together into one game and then made into an MMO. And that's just a huge nostalgia trip. But it's free. And it's on PC and Android, so I play it on my phone too. And it's account based, so I just pick up where I left off on my PC or on my phone. What's the hostility towards Lily? Hostility towards Lily? What do you mean? Lily and I are homies.
You said Lily a second ago, but I think you meant to say Lil Wooly. Because you're saying Goose Duck, shut up, Lily, and it was Lil.
I said shut up, Wooly.
It sounded like Lily.
Oh, weird.
Even I kind of was like Lily. Oh.
No, I just said Wooly. What's the name of the game that I just talked about? The last one, PokeMMO. Like the first half of Pokemon, and then MMO, so PokeMMO. It's cool if you're into Pokemon. If you just like, you can transfer every Pokemon you catch in every generation between every game. So like, if you catch a Pokemon in Gen 5, you can use it in Generation 1 in Kanto. So it's like Pokemon, but like better. It's like Pokemon if Pokemon were like completely intertwined with itself. Let me actually get on the right account. That works. Hi, real Lily. There was a fake Lily in here earlier.
Smarter.
I farted on Ronan and he died. Yep. Still makes me laugh. Guys, I farted on Ronan and he died. Have you played any of the old Pokemon games? Yeah, that's basically... So, PokeMMO is literally Pokemon, like, Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's like all of those, all of the old ones, basically. And yeah, I've played quite a bit of Pokemon. Not every single one, but I've played quite a bit. Let's see. Let me think of the ones that I've played all the way through. Arceus, Scarlet, Emerald, brain do brain things. I don't remember if I played through Sword or Shield. I'm not gonna lie. I started Ultra Moon, but hated how handholdy it was, so I stopped. I played all the way through Fire Red up till the Elite Four, and then I stopped because that's when I started to get into PokeMMO again. So it didn't make sense to me to continue with my Fire Red when Fire Red is literally in PokeMMO. What's up, Maury? I haven't played Platinum yet, but Platinum is also in PokeMMO, so I will be soon. I played Yellow back in the day.
I had Yellow back in the day. I never finished it, but I had Yellow back in the day.
Are you where I played Yellow? Because I like Yellow's like something I barely faintly remember playing, and it was like a friend's Yellow. It wasn't my Yellow, you know what I mean?
It could have been mine even for all I know. But
That's,
like,
yeah.
even then, I don't know, because I didn't have my Game Boy for the longest time, and I really didn't stay all that into Pokemon after a while.
Yeah.
Like, I really like second gen came out. By the time that came out, is when I was already kind of falling off of it.
Right.
And like, I'd already had drama in family that made me not want to play it anymore. So like, the last Pokemon game I ever bought was Pokemon Silver when it came out.
Gotcha.
And I owned it for 6 hours before I relinquished it to my cousins so they would stop crying.
Emerald.
Even though it was my game.
Emerald was the one I played the most, for sure, without a doubt. I just got done playing Emerald again. Well, no, that's not true. I haven't beaten the Elite Four yet, but I just got my 8th gym badge in Emerald like yesterday. Us talking about 30-year-old games. Yeah, basically. I mean, Pokemon are like those games, right? Like the fact that it's still a franchise and the fact that you can basically trade, maybe not all the way from like Gen 1, but like I think all the way from like Gen 3 up is kind of nuts.
I'm just the sheer amount of Pokemon that they come out with. For me, it's almost annoying because I'm like, where do you stop? Like, where's the stopping point? And like, how many is too much?
I'm of the opinion that I'm fine with them coming out with more Pokemon games, but I think that coming out with more Pokemon, like actual, like the pocket monsters, is like, yeesh.
I don't mind variants. Now I like that they came out with like the Alolan or like the Hisuian or how you say that name, I forget. But like I really like the alternate like Arcanines. I love the alternates.
Yeah.
But like, does there really need to be this many different types?
I do not collect cards, no.
I like had cards when I was a kid.
I had some Pokemon cards.
Like, we actually would play Pokemon, like actually play the game, not just collect shit. But like, even then, like that was so short-lived for me. Like I didn't stick around with it too long.
I like Arceus was my favorite Pokemon in a long time. So I'm kind of looking forward to Z through A because I'm hoping it's a similar vibe. And you know what Arceus did right? They didn't make a shit ton of Pokemon that were just dumb and useless. That's the hard truth about Pokemon is that they release far too many useless Pokemon per gen. There are so many Pokemon every generation that I look at and I just go, why the fuck does Shuckle exist? Like, why the fuck does like there's so many just bad Pokemon. You know what I mean?
I get the whole world building aspect of it. I get that, but at what point does everything that you're around become a Pokemon? Because it starts to become like a trash bag Pokemon. A trash bag of Pokemon. They have that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not like thinking wrong. Like that actually exists.
That's it. Yeah.
Why is like that feels like just bottom of the barrel thinking to me personally.
I feel like it's a bit. I feel like it's a bit meh. Honestly, if the trash bag Pokemon wasn't so fun to use, I would probably dislike it more. But it actually is a fun Pokemon to use.
I also have somebody that doesn't play the game, so I don't have any insight as far as to how any of these play. But like, just when I look at it from the outside perspective, I'm like,
I don't know,
Really?
like one of my
Like,
favorite
Some of these, I'm like, these exist? Like, what?
one of my favorite Pokemon is Palo Sand, and it's literally just a sandcastle, but it's a haunted sandcastle with a children's soul in it. And the sandcastle's job is to lure other children to the beach to kill the other children and take their souls. Like that's kind of
Dark ass lore.
it's cool lore, right? Like okay, I there were people so upset that it was just a sandcastle, but do you hear this? This is storytelling.
There's some dark shit though that like have been shown in Pokemon, which I will say that's interesting.
There's hundreds
And
of
I'll find this
Pokemon you
stuff
won't
out.
ever interact with half of them. Exactly. They needed to not focus on... I understand that there has to be, like, not good Pokemon to make the good Pokemon, but your ratio is so far off, man. There are just so
Yeah.
many Pokemon that are just never, ever gonna be touched.
Yeah. And it gets to a point where it's like oversaturated with all the clutter.
Right.
You know, not to say that the new cool ones aren't, like don't have those. Please have the new cool ones, but why do you like, same thing? Why do you need all these small pointless ones? Just filler. It's all filler. Or you could have combined some of these
Right.
together and
It's
made,
like it's
even
like there,
cooler creatures.
there's like this website, right, that tells you I can't even remember what the name of this website is. I was just told about it once. But there's this website you can go to look up like what anime episodes are just filler episodes, and it feels like Pokemon as a game was like, let's just put a bunch of filler episodes in here. You know what
Pretty
I
much.
mean? Like, but they're Pokemon. They need to make it more progressive so that it's harder to get the good ones. You know what I was also complaining about the other day? Your Pokemon's max level, like Pokemon max level is 100, but in the like traditional games, unless you're doing like PvP, unless you're like in the competitive Pokemon scene, you almost have no incentive to continue leveling your Pokemon after like the Elite Four, which like, let's just like, what? Your Pokemon are gonna be like 60, maybe 70, if you're like really grinding the Elite Four fights in those. So there's like unused levels that just don't really mean anything for the game's sake. For the casual players, I guess. Hey, look, a finish finally.
I'll finish. I've gotten a finish. I got a couple of finishes. Tamagotchi Pokemon.
I like, I don't know. I definitely feel like
I think-
Pokemon's a nostalgia game for me, because the
Yeah.
only reason I play it is because of the nostalgia. Like, there is literally not a single other turn-based game I play. Like everything
Yeah.
I play is like pretty live actiony. It's not
Yeah.
like do thing wait like Pokemon is.
Yeah. I think for me, like, I don't know, and this is like for Nintendo as a whole, right? Like, everybody else was into that, and I just wasn't. I didn't have the console, so I didn't really get that like in-depth play, but like, I had other games that were way more interesting. Like Tony
Right.
Hawk at the time was way
Right.
cooler to me than like playing some Nintendo game, or like playing Grand Theft Auto was way cooler than playing some fucking Mario Kart game. I didn't give a shit. Like, I get to shoot people and drive around. Or like all the racing games and motocross games and stuff that would come out. Like, that stuff was just cooler to me. But that's
I'm just
also the
tired.
kind of genre
I
like.
think I'm really honestly just tired of like Nintendo, Sony, Xbox having like the control that they have in the
Yeah.
market. You know what I mean?
and I'm approaching that, or I've approached that stage of like, I guess I've gotten out of the whole like disillusioned idea of like, oh, but it's PlayStation, like the defending it almost thing. It's just
Right.
'cause, like,
Well,
I-
because
and
at the
I-
end of the
I-
day,
I
they're all
love my previous-
corporations, right? Like at the end of the day,
corporations are trying to get a buck out of you.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, and like, I mean, that's why like I stopped paying for the whole PSN shit, because I'm sick of paying $10 a month for the cheapest tier just to play online
right?
for one game.
Yep.
That like has a terrible online presence anyways. Like,
Halo and Forza are coming to PlayStation. That's because Xbox doesn't even try to compete with PlayStation anymore. Xbox
No,
treats
don't need
PlayStation
to.
as if they're non-competitors because Xbox uses PC as a platform these days.
PC, the Xbox, see, Microsoft has one.
Right.
Xbox might die, but Microsoft has won.
Well,
And Xbox could live on.
Xbox is no
gaming.
longer a hardware platform. It is a software platform.
It is a software platform. The thing is, like, Xbox has already evolved, and Xbox as a console unit will eventually die, and it will just be what you get on your PC.
I was asking Megan
feel.
just the other day. I was like, "Do you think this is going to be the last generation of consoles? Do you think everything's just going to be PC after this and coming wave?" Because I feel like it might be. Is if Sony does what Xbox is doing and starts doing like PC Game Pass type stuff, then there's no reason to have a console.
If they actually do it correctly and not make it all fucking streaming.
Yeah,
shit.
because what PS Now sucks ass. PS Now is all
stupid.
like cloud streaming, and then you have like
I hate cloud streaming. It's so stupid.
cloud streaming is terrible.
Right. Horrible.
Especially for like racing games or like rhythm games or like
terrible.
Souls-like games. Anything where timing matters.
Yeah, anything where timing matters, you're screwed. And like that's all I play is like racing games. So like
It's a shame there are not going to be any more console wars. Totally not a shame in my opinion. Totally a
don't care.
great thing for everyone
done with
involved in
it.
my opinion.
I'm done with it because all that does is rack up pricing or makes it worse for us. We think that we're getting a better deal, but we're not.
Right.
You know, they're still getting a buck out of you for something that's gonna fail. You know.
Cloud
And
only works well on GeForce. Yeah.
I feel like it's more money to like build a PC.
shit.
I mean, even getting a gaming laptop, you know, it might be more than a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, whatever.
Well,
But
okay, no. That's building a
like,
PC,
expand-
yes, but
No,
there
but
are
building is but even buying a laptop, like it might
Right.
be upwards of that price for a good one that you might want, but at the same time, that also opens you up to
But look at the Steam Deck.
way more.
Look at the Steam
Yeah,
Deck.
that too.
You know what I mean?
can have that.
And they're reviving the like Steam PCs. They're working on Steam OS, right? And all that is
That's
it's
sick.
a Linux distribution, right? It's Linux,
Yeah.
but they have a layer. Steam is making a software layer to make every game like run better, basically. And they're releasing
Yeah.
it for free, so you can use it on a computer. And the entire point of Steam OS is so that games can run and be played on computers with like not great hardware, or not great hardware, just like it's better for computers with like not perfect hardware, you know?
Yeah. I think like because even like outside of just like the availability of games and all this and that, as somebody that has been on the PSN at least, being under PSN guidelines too, where you have to pay monthly to use their online service, and then they're monitoring heavily, which I get. You need to have some monitoring, I guess, in the online space, but they all give you bans and suspensions for shit you didn't even do. And it's irreversible sometimes. Like you can get locked out of your account and not be able to play online at all with any of those games you bought because of somebody reporting you for something you didn't do.
Do you think that in
You
the
know?
future everyone will have a personal cloud gaming setup so they can stream from their PC to anywhere? Maybe. I think that if cloud gaming becomes popular, it probably won't be on a personal PC. I think it will be through like Nvidia or something, you know what I mean, where Nvidia is doing the hosting of the games and you're streaming it to whatever, you know, source you want to stream it to. The problem that I see with cloud gaming is latency is one big problem that we don't have a solution for right now.
Yeah.
And that is heavily location dependent. Another issue is like bandwidth, and if everyone is streaming games, you like video processing is like one of the hardest things on your like computer, right? So imagine streaming enough data to show you video for a video game that you're interacting with that isn't like pre-rendered, you know, like to like everyone at the same time, right? That's gonna bottleneck everyone else, right? Like if everyone else is also stream gaming, then the internet's gonna have to be a hell of a lot better than it already is. You know what I mean? Like I could see that working for like a select few, but if everyone is doing it, I don't see performance wise that being.
And see, like we have in our house, we have an NVIDIA Shield, right? Which is like, NVIDIA. It's an NVIDIA product, a device that can basically host and like streaming of like the games and through Steam, through all different sources, Kodi app, all that kind of stuff.
Google already tried
hub.
this and failed hard. They
And-
did, and I don't necessarily think that it's Google's fault. I think they were maybe over ambitious. Also, Google isn't really a company that's known for gaming, so I don't think that they had the right like marketing strategies. You can't just be like, "Oh, I'm a gaming company all of a sudden," and then expect people to buy your product. You know what I mean? If cloud gaming ever got to like a similar performance of desktop gaming, then maybe. I would make the argument currently that learning how to use something like Plex and hosting your own like server for media, i.e. movies or music or whatever, is the correct way to go right now, both for cost and for selection. But for gaming, I don't think that cloud services are quite there yet.
I think just for other media in general, just not gaming. That's the thing, is that's something I'm kind of curious of. But like, because we have the Shield, but like that thing's already an outdated piece of tech. It feels like. Plus, none of us want to stream games out to the living room. We are all of us on our...
And let's put it this way as well, right? Like if that is the option, right? If cloud gaming is the option, you're looking at people wanting good internet everywhere. And what does that mean right now? That means that we realistically could only rely on something like Starlink in order to provide that kind of a service, because mobile connections won't be fast enough to stream gaming. You would need something similar to Starlink. That's like the only option though. And Starlink isn't... I don't recommend Starlink to people. I worked for Starlink and I don't recommend Starlink to people. I recommend Starlink to people that have no other option, or have a boat and want internet on their boat. And that's like the two people I recommend Starlink to.
It's not working. What the heck? Press Y to continue. Does not press Y.
Weird.
I'm having this bug tonight for some reason. Yeah.
Okay, I am going the right way. I was confused for a moment. Straight up.
Yeah. I think nothing's ever going to be as good as your own rig. You know?
I tried cloud gaming while living in NYC with the most minimal latency possible, 16 milliseconds to server. It will never be as good as your own machine. No, exactly.
Yeah.
16 milliseconds, you can feel 16 milliseconds. You really can. And if you don't believe me, try playing like Dark Souls or something. Like, it matters. It matters more than you think it does.
Yeah. In all honesty, you can, I mean, even if you're getting a Steam Deck, or even if you get like a simple gaming laptop, I mean, it's way better than getting a console at this point.
I think that consoles are kind of scammy right now.
And, like,
That's the vibe I'm getting from like
the
consoles.
only thing about the console at this point that I'm gonna enjoy at all is like, if I ever get the wild hair to want to sit on the couch and play some old game that I have. Like go back and play Red Dead, or maybe, just have it out there to play some more story-based games that we want to sit down and all watch or something, instead of like, but even then it's like, I don't want to spend the money to buy that game on only the PSN.
Yep.
Because then it's locked to the PSN and I can't do anything else with it. And like, I have a library of games I've collected, but I need to pay a subscription to play those games.
Right.
And I'm sick of the subscription shit. That was the thing that before Sony had the I guess you could say upper hand, but I guess like the bragging right was that, well, you had to pay for Xbox Live. You don't got to pay for the for PlayStation. Eventually, they changed it to you had to pay for it. They had to
Right.
follow suit because they saw how good a model it was, probably. But
Well, they probably had server cost. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And that's fine and all.
And PlayStation's
You know,
notoriously
okay.
had bad server
You wanna
issues.
you wanna know why the Steam model is so superior to the Xbox and PlayStation model? Because Steam makes money on the games. You know what they don't do? They don't lose money on selling a console. Ever. They never ever have to worry about hardware cost loss. Xbox and PlayStation, when they sell their consoles, they're losing money. They have to make up that money by game sales, right?
Yeah.
So in order to turn a better profit, they have to rely on charging you for their internet services, whereas Steam never loses that money in the first place because they're relying on you having the platform already and just installing the software. And then they still make that money off of those games. And then guess where a portion of that money goes? Straight into the servers that you don't have to pay for because they're not losing money on a console.
Yeah. I mean, hell, they chose to make a console after a while because they could, because it was an option. But like, they didn't start out. And the thing is, like, that's not their whole focus. They have a whole platform of gaming that they just have that already backs all of this so much. And other ones are trying to do that. You know, I guess I don't know how long Epic has been out for, but like, Epic feels like a weaker attempt to me. I know I feel like it's tied with with what the PSN gets as well, as far as like free games sometimes, because some of the free games you get, or the free games you'll get over on PSN.
By the way, I helped architect Samsung's gaming hub before moving to Stream Elements. Oh, I didn't know that. I got a mini PC for some game hosting and put it on my TV so it can run any Linux Proton compatible Steam games. I mean, if you get Steam OS, you can literally run like most games. And that's a Linux distro. You can just dual boot, put a Linux OS distro on there. I'm pretty sure it's a free operating system. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it quite that much. And then you just get so much of the Steam library. I can't even remember what the compatibility numbers are, but they're high.
Actually, I have a curious, wondering question here. Now with the Steam Deck, I mean, I perhaps haven't looked into it as much as like I probably should have.
Yeah.
I just haven't looked into the specs as much. But like, is it you're able to put this and like hook it up to an actual screen and play it on the screen?
Yeah, there's an HDMI port. Yeah,
so you're able to do that.
Yeah.
And then, God, those horns are obnoxious. Sorry, my brain processing went out the window with those horns. And so they're going further.
Wow, look what you did, Zed. Do you see what you did? You shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't have said anything.
They were already doing it. They were doing it before.
They were doing it, but you made it so much worse by bringing it to light.
What was I even saying? Fuck.
Do you like my profile picture? I can barely see it, but it looks good from what I can see. Steam Deck has some better work for handheld. Yeah. Steam Deck, I'm pretty sure, runs on Steam OS. I think they made Steam OS for Steam Deck originally.
And you can, I'm pretty sure you could hook up a keyboard and a mouse to this if you really wanted to.
Oh yeah, totally.
And you could totally, there is like an internet browser on this thing. So like, I could just get one and go to work and do my training on that.
Steam Deck is important not because it's a good console, but it's forced tons of games to work on virtualization, i.e. Linux. Yeah, exactly.
Because honestly, if I could just I'll get a Steam Deck and go to work with it, and they'd be like, why do you have that at work? Well, see, whenever I have training, I can just use this.
Right?
Honestly, the idea of a Steam Deck is like getting more and more appealing, though. But like, it's not like a necessary need. It's just like a cool thing that would be kind of cool to have.
Right.
But like, I have a desktop that I'm just like, I can play my games on this.
Right.
And I'm fine. It's more so just to, like, the, you know, having something to play on at work. They have a lot of downtime where I'm just sitting there waiting for something to happen.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Does the Steam Deck have a touchscreen? I don't remember. I don't believe it does, but I could be wrong. I don't think it has a digitizer. Poll. Dude, I missed the poll command. It's because MD stopped making poll maps. That's why we don't have the poll command anymore. Dude, for a second... Okay, listen. So listen. MD is from Poland, right? And I thought for the longest time that the reason that they put polls on their maps was because they thought it would be funny because they were from Poland. Like, I thought it was, like, the best, like, nod to where they were from that anyone could ever come up with. And then it was a falsity. It was wrong.
It has.
It does have touchscreen. Okay. There we go. There's your answer. In the lobby right now with the Steam Deck, it's good when your computer is a MacBook. That's true. That's true. I mean, and what? Steam Deck starts at like 300 or 400, right? For the lowest like entry level.
God, I'm gonna have to look it up now. You got me looking this up.
Which is console prices. Why would you even buy a console when you can buy a Stream Deck? Like, let's be honest.
And that's honestly, that's older console prices at this point too.
Right.
Well, yeah. Even then, for the highest end one, yeah, you're looking at like a pretty good price. But
oh yeah, no, a Steam Deck can be bought with Steam points. Can it really? That's crazy.
I wonder how many I have.
The only real world thing you can buy with I didn't know that. I have had so many Steam points for so long.
I think I spent some of them one time just to see what I could buy with them.
I spent like a handful on like cosmetics for Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Like this, some like backgrounds.
Better option than an expensive desktop PC? Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Let me see my points out again. God.
That's good though. It's cool to have someone in here on a Steam Deck because for the longest time, Zeepkist would not work on Steam Decks.
That's the thing is, like, I would totally sit there and like have Zeepkist running if I was having a day at work where it was just like me and one other coworker were just chilling.
I use my points on Steam Deck startup animations. That's sick. I also like that if you don't want to have SteamOS, you can put Windows on a Steam Deck. You know what I mean? Like let's say you need the functionality of Windows in your life for some reason. You can just put Windows on it. It's gonna not run as good, but you can put Windows on it if you really want.
The total points I've accrued on Steam is like 107,000.
How much is a Steam Deck with points? Is it like a mil or something? That's what I'd have to guess, right? Like,
I'm curious. As far as points go, I guess actually they can't be used for anything except for anything that's in the point store.
oh, Ally,
So
ROG
it's like-
Ally. Oh, I didn't know what Ally was, so I didn't. But it just clicked.
See, I've never owned Asus products myself, so I can't say anything as far as like a personal experience. Just the horror stories I've heard about some. I mean, I guess any company has them, but like, I don't know. Motherboards catching on fire has kind of made me not want to buy an Asus product.
To be honest, the Steam Deck should be updated in a year since it will have to compare with the Switch. I'm pretty sure the Steam Deck's... I'm pretty sure the Switch is, like, assumed to be slightly not as good as the Steam Deck in terms of horsepower.
I think at this point, Nintendo needs to compete with the Steam Deck. That's the competition now.
That's what I feel like. Oh shit, we played all the maps.
The name of the game. The damn.
So it's funny, right? Because like you're buying a newer product that has worse hardware, but the platform is Nintendo, so people will care more because there are Nintendo people.
Yeah, and exclusive stuff.
Right.
Well,
I mean, but think of it this way: how many exclusive games do you think there are on Nintendo? Like, let's talk about this in numbers, right? How many exclusive games do you think there are on Nintendo? Like,
I mean, if you're considering all the entire library of what's
the
ever
entire
come
library
out,
of Nintendo games, right?
it's a
How
shit
many do
ton.
you think?
There is a massive library of their own.
Do you
shit
know?
that
Do you know that 64% of developers develop games for PC gaming? 64% of developers. You realize that that only leaves like so much for the other platform. Like, PC gaming is the easiest platform to develop for because you have to develop console games on a PC. It has to be doable on a PC before it's doable on a console. Like, dude, you're like literally doing a thing on a PC to put it on a different set of hardware.
Yeah. I guess why the whole optimization for console thing, it's like, well, you optimized on a PC.
Right. Right.
And honestly, even then, like the architecture that's within I'm looking at a PS5 and right in front of me. The architecture that's in that is still, I want to say,
always, that's where I'm at.
Less than mine on my own desktop. Like,
Assassin, that's like the road. That's like that's the bucket I'm in. Like, just wait and emulate it later. The emulator's gonna come out like 3 years after the thing does anyway, and then it's gonna run better. It's gonna run better. It's crazy, right? Like, okay, PlayStation has been the hardest platform to emulate for a long time, and Xbox we haven't had to emulate because Xbox stopped doing platform exclusives. So we don't have to emulate Xbox because all the Xbox games are basically available. So, like, when it comes down to it, like, they just got, what, PS4 finally emulating correctly? And how many PlayStation games even exist anymore that aren't available on PC in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah.
Like, God of War is available on PC, isn't it? That was, like, their last, like, big console. Well, I mean...
I think there's very specific games out there.
Gran Turismo, I guess, is one, but...
Yeah, Gran Turismo is one of them. Like, it's console exclusives. That's one of the hardest things about being a Gran Turismo fan is you're fucking stuck with the consoles unless you have to do the emulators and modded shit, which I've actually not ever dabbled into myself, but maybe at some point I will. But
my PC's not like crazy good, but it's nothing to shrug at either. I have
like it's adequate to play for
I have a 10700K for my processor. I have, how many gigs of RAM do I have? 64 gigs of RAM. Not really sure what speed, to be honest. I have an 8TB hard drive and a 2TB NVMe, and I have a 3080. The 12GB version of the 3080. It's like the upgraded one.
Nice. In comparison, I'm Team Red.
God of War came to PC 2 years later, though. No, just a regular. It's not. So it's not the TI. So the reason it's not the TI is because the 3080 12GB edition was almost a similar performance to the 3080 Ti for a better price. So I got the better cost to performance ratio. Yeah. No, it's not a 3080 Super. Price. Literally, just go look up 3080 12GB because it's different than the regular 3080, and that's the only way you can look it up.
What brand did you?
It doesn't have a name.
As like
MSI everything, my guy.
Okay, I just make it sure. I just see it.
I have an MSI GPU.
I'm MSI GPU, motherboard. Everything else is Corsair though on my system though. As far as like the case and RAM and everything.
3080 12GB is better cost to performance than the 3080 Ti. Yeah, that's exactly why I bought the 3080 12GB.
See, I went for AMD because it was like 800, I think, for a 6950 XT. That's what I went for. I went for the Team Red route, but I've been happy with this so far. I haven't had issues, and I've been digging this. Even Lupin's was kind of like,
Right now, the PC market's really weird. In my opinion, there's very few like trustable companies right now, which sucks. Yeah. Sucks a lot.
I think for me, a lot of it was just like MSI is one that I've just from what you've told me and from what I've just seen, like they feel like one of the more trusted. Some of the brands that also I would trust have kind of gone away. At least like EVGA has kind of gone away.
Well, EVGA. So what happened with EVGA is Nvidia changed their contract on how graphics cards were like allowed to be made, and EVGA disagreed with how that was, so they stopped making.
Yeah.
Or was it? Was it graph? No, it wasn't graphics cards. It was something else, wasn't it?
It was a motherboard issue, wasn't it?
Was it motherboards? It was something.
I thought it wasn't. I just know that the EVGA had a falling out because they
had a falling out with some big company.
They primarily worked with a specific like brand. They didn't because they weren't like you wouldn't find AMD with EVGA really. I think there might have been one or something else that they might have
right. No.
But it wasn't.
EVGA
common.
was only doing Nvidia stuff. Before.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was like there was like a certain brand exclusivity that they had with somebody, the contract, you know. So, I don't know. I mean, I went for like, as far as the core parts of this PC, I went for the MSI.
It's crazy how fast Intel fell off. I still think that there's an argument for Intel in some cases, right? There's always an argument for one or the other depending on your workload.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never a cut and dry AMD is better or Intel is better. It's never been that way. It's always been what's your workload? What can you afford? It's never ever been like this is concretely better than this.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is like it really is a matter of what you're going to be doing with it and your preferences as well. It's really preference too.
Yeah.
And on your wallet. Like for me, a lot of it was wallet because AMD is the cheaper of the two options, and it's good performance for what I'm getting out of it, you know. But like, I would have been happy with. I have a laptop it was an i7. I don't remember the exact generation name. It was like a ninth gen, and it had a 1660 Ti in that, and that thing ran great. Only in this last year did it finally break.
I could never be mad at Intel or AMD because neither of them would be companies without each other, and both of those companies are also aware of that as a fact. Without Intel, AMD would have gone out of business a long time ago, and without AMD, Intel would have had to become a monopoly and probably not have as good of a product.
Yeah.
So
they keep competition going.
Right. The competition between the two of them is more important than either of them as a single unit, in my opinion.
And so, like, you think about it, like, it's almost like, you know, how this kind of competition between these two versus the kind of competition that, like, you would say, like we're talking about previously, Sony and Microsoft have for Xbox and PlayStation.
Well, because at the end of the day, Sony and Xbox both were AMD platforms, right? So it's a little bit different.
They both run on AMD. And so, but like to them, it feels like, oh, sorry, I think my controller is just disconnecting because I just lost hearing all of a sudden.
Oh, weird.
No, the thing is like, the fight that the consoles have at this point just feels kind of stupid.
Right.
But I don't know. Even then, I haven't been paying attention to the whole PC war. I guess at this point, I every once in a while I'll kind of like dip in and kind of listen to something, but I haven't really been paying attention too much. All I know is that 5000 series is coming out or is out now. I don't know if it's fully released yet or not, but
I would like a 5000 series GPU, but money.
Yeah,
I don't have it.
And honestly, when I was looking to get this, my PC at the time that I was making it, like that's when the 7000 series for AMD was coming out. Since I was looking at AMD for like more the price side of it, I was like, well, what if I just get that next gen of it?
What do you think of...
I'm glad I didn't, actually. I'm glad I went with the 6950.
What do you think of Intel Arc GPUs? I think that it's, again, probably good for the market to have another competitor in the market, regardless of the quality of the product. But with the quality and performance of the product right now, I don't really think that they're right for most people. I think having an Intel Arc GPU is one of those things that you get because you're a PC enthusiast and want to see what the market is like in general, and pretty much for no other reason. they have a lot of technology to catch up on, especially when it comes to catching up on a lot of the stuff Nvidia's done. And there's a lot of room for them to grow right now, but that isn't a bad thing, right? That doesn't mean that the project is a bust and they should just stop right now, right? Like, who knows, maybe if Intel pushes hard enough, they'll be the leader in GPU computing someday, right? Like, Nvidia just announced that they weren't interested in making gaming GPUs that much these days, right? So like, if we lose Nvidia and then AMD's the only person making gaming GPUs, like, we kind of gotta hope that Intel's gonna do something about that, right? Like, the hope is that AMD has competition. You realistically, in any environment, you do not want one person doing the one thing. They will control you.
Well, that's the thing is, like, because if AMD has CPUs and GPUs, and Nvidia just has their GPUs, as far as like they're not doing CPUs at all.
Right.
And if Intel starts dipping into that, be like something on that same level. You Team Blue versus Team Red.
I will probably always be an NVIDIA GPU person. CPU wise, it's gonna depend on the generation.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and it should always depend on the generation, in my opinion, for most things, because there's gonna be good gens and there's gonna be bad gens, and sometimes when there's bad gens, who knows? They might hot patch it and it'll work, and that's how it's always worked. People freaking out about like things happening like Intel's processor not performing or AMD's processors not performing, like that's always happened. That's always been a thing. Just because it's a big deal like right now doesn't mean that's always how it's going to be later. It used to be that AMD was always behind, and there would be almost no reason to buy AMD unless you just wanted, you know, like a cheaper computer with worse performance, and that was a fact. But now it's like such a small line between the two companies. Like, it almost doesn't matter which one you go with. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do you see the trifold Huawei phone? It's sick. No, I haven't seen trifold.
I've seen it. It like folds up. Like, it's a trifold, kind of folded like a wallet almost.
Right.
And it's all, but it all becomes one tablet screen. It's weird what they're able to do now with like the bendable kind of screens. I haven't really looked too much at the technology. Like, I haven't actually like watched too much on it, but like
I'm still waiting for the tech to mature just a little bit before I get into anything like that. Also, once the tech matures, the cost of that kind of tech will go down as well.
Yeah. One thing I saw that was interesting. This was just kind of like shown. I think Linus was on Jimmy Fallon, and they showed it. But I just happened to see it when I was scrolling through on like YouTube one day. And it was like a button that he hits on the laptop, and it literally just raised the screen to like a more of like an actual like tall screen. And like the idea of being able to roll a screen to make it bigger.
Oh, I think I know
like that.
What screen you're talking about?
Yeah, like just not that specific device, but just the ability to actually like have a rolling screen that can make your screen bigger at a push of a button, or like alter the screen size and dimensions. Like, I like that idea. That's cool. But like, it's the same thing you're saying. It's like, wait till it matures, wait till the price drops on that, until more applications are really shown and used for it.
I'm a bit of a skeptic when it comes to ultra wides and different display form factors. I think that so much time and energy has been put into 16:9, resolutions that it's really difficult in some cases, especially like when working, in my opinion. I struggle a lot on like an ultra wide versus I'd rather have two monitors than an ultra wide, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I
like two monitors for sure.
It seems more functional. It seems like sometimes like either an application wants to take up the entire monitor no matter what, and you can't resize it, or the application wants to be a very specific sized window, and that window is made to work on 16:9 monitors.
Yeah. See, for me, because I've been thinking about it, at some point here in the future, I want to do like a monitor upgrade, right? Just for my secondary. And like, I was thinking like, I could go bigger. Realistically, even with the mount that I have, I couldn't do that. But like, just having a even size monitor is what I want to have. But I like having those dual monitor. I just want to have the same, at least the same performance on my secondary that my primary has. Because I have
It's
like
definitely
240
nice.
hertz.
It's not like a necessary thing for me. And I'm one of those people too, like I don't see like a big point in like once pixel density gets to a certain point, right? Like in my opinion, there's not like much of a reason to go beyond that. Like I have a 1440p
Yeah.
27-inch monitor, and I don't really see a reason to go for a 4K monitor. Like this is fine. I don't.
Yeah. If anything, I want to get honestly to that because I am currently still at this is a 1080p and it's 240 hertz. This one, it's a nice screen. Like this is a great screen that I have here. I would honestly be fine even with getting a second one of these just because it's a decent screen. But I've also thought about what if I upgraded from this and had this as my secondary, because even then it's a great backup, you know. But like, I don't know, widescreens before I looked at them, I thought they were cool at first. I don't know about them now. I feel like VR feels like a more worth it thing for what I'm trying to get out of a widescreen, because I don't care about a widescreen or a bigger dimension thing because of like having all my stuff on the screen. I have a program open in one screen,
Right.
and then I have another screen for the other program that's open. Like right now, I'm watching stream on this screen and I'm playing the game on here.
Right.
And I like that. I like having the separation of stuff. But then the second screen,
It allows me to like kind of ignore the other screen. It allows me to segment my data.
Yeah, and like with me, like I like my primary screen being my game screen, and then my secondary I can have for YouTube videos if I want to pop out real quick and see something.
Right.
And I don't have to take over the main screen. I can just go over here and look at it, or I'm watching stream right here. It looks great, whatever.
I feel like
I just would rather get better refresh rate on this screen.
The operating system Windows alone has been for so long geared towards the 16:9 aspect ratio that it's like hard.
That's the standard, so it's kind of hard to really go outside of the standard without kind of messing some things up.
I honestly don't even like this is gonna sound, unless you're paying attention to chat said, I honestly don't even I don't like Samsung products these days. I really like their memory and storage solutions, but I don't like their TVs or like their phones or like I don't know.
I think we have a Samsung sound bar for a sound system, but we have LG for the TV. But I think it's a Samsung sound bar. It's not bad. It's an Atmos system, so it sounds good. But I noticed that there are some connectivity issues a lot of times. It's like to disconnect itself.
With TVs too, you want to be like kind of careful because a lot of TVs will use other manufacturers' parts and then just kind of like put them together into another TV and then sell them as a different model under a different brand. And it's like you could get the TV, basically the same TV for like a different cost depending, either up or down. LG makes a lot, Sony makes some, Samsung makes some, TCL makes their own. They're completely in-house. I'm not saying TCL is a good brand, but hey, they're in-house. That's like a big brag, especially for as small as a company TCL is in comparison to the other brands just listed.
I've been happy with LG myself. That's what our TV is. We have like a 4K TV out in the living room. That's LG, and then I have an LG monitor for my main. And any LG phone I've had, I've been happy with too. That's just a brand that I've known I can trust whenever I've gotten one. Not saying that they're the best, but I've always been happy with any LG product that I think I've had. For the most part, that's just my experience though. That's a brand I can just always be like, yeah, I could trust LG on a monitor.
There's
Oh, that's a cut. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go right up there. Let's see. I don't like Samsung phones because I don't like all of the weird, shitty bloatware that comes with Samsung phones. I like just using the native Android apps. So that's why I buy Pixels. Because I don't want stupid Sony proprietary browser or stupid Samsung proprietary browser. I just want what I want, and I don't want to have to remove it. I just want the pure, unfiltered. It's like It's like if people took Windows and were like, here's the Acer version of Windows. You know what I mean? I would be like, no,
See,
thank you. Here's the
I've been
Lenovo version
thinking
of Windows. You know?
that's the one thing I've been lately trying to think on is like a new phone because like I have like a T-Mobile, it's not a great phone. They're one of the Rebels, so can't
Yeah.
stand this phone. But it was cheap and I needed a new phone at the time. But now I'm actually wanting to like upgrade to something good, and it's been like the Pixel has been the idea for a while now. Is just get a Google Pixel.
Yeah.
But I'm also like my coworkers also been trying to sell me on the idea of what is it called? Like the One phone or something like that.
Yeah. They used to be really good.
Yeah, he gave one to my coworker. He bought one off my, they sold one, and like it's cool and all. It lights up on the back. That seems like it's great and all, but it also feels like it just kills your battery. And like, I get that it's cool that it's like its own company and everything too. That's cool and all, but
they were a company, right, for a bit that was doing great because they were kind of like forging their own path and like kind of making their own rules, and then like they started doing the stupid things.
The nothing phone is what they're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. They started doing the stupid things. They stopped focusing. They were focusing on performance at first, and then they stopped focusing on performance. Right? They started focusing on like budget solutions, and like, I'm not. I work in tech. Like having like a good phone is important to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having good technology working in the tech space is important to me. And I just was not interested in their low budget phones that they were releasing for that period of time.
Yeah. And like I'll tell you now, like I've been a low budget phone person for years now because I've always had to be. Like I'm like free phone that Metro could give me, I'll do it. That's been what I've been on for years, and I'm like finally wanting to get away from that because you just kind of get locked in a cycle of like you get the cheapest phones and they're cheap for a reason, you know.
I don't know. You can get some like either really good deals or free phones. Like even the A series of Pixels that are always cheaper than the main line are still really good usually.
Yeah. And I was gonna say to go further on that though, was like I did know somebody, fortunately, when I lived in NorCal, that he worked at the store and actually was like he wasn't gonna bullshit on anything. It's just like, you want to get this is literally the best deal, the best phone you can get for your money, literally the best performance out of any of this stuff. Like I'm not trying to sell you on it, just like literally this is the best deal I'm gonna get you right now for what this is, because he was a good friend of mine. And those LG Stylos is what I was getting out of that, and they were actually for the price, for being what they were fantastic phones, and I still have them. Only reason they're dead is because I basically used them as my own computer for like years, and so they were worn out to hell. But
I currently work in cloud computing, Brinko.
I don't know, like I've been really curious about the Pixels for a while now. I know Lupin's has one too, I believe.
Definitely recommend.
I've been really wanting. I just like whenever I think about getting a phone and something else financially goes, hey, okay, we'll put it off.
Yep, it's one of those things, you know.
One of those things. But at some point here soon, because I'm getting really kind of sick of my phone. It's just kind of annoying and old.
I've been a phone financer for a minute now. I just always finance my phones.
This last phone I got was financed, and so that's why I'm like, I've been doing more with that kind of stuff anyways, outside of like buying a phone. Might as well do that with a phone here soon. Just gotta like make sure my finances outside of it are actually good before I do that.
Right.
But I've been hearing some good deals for like first time signups for like Google Pixel, for like Google's like actual like phone service.
Oh, Google Fi? I've been using that for years. I love it.
Yeah, because I want to get away from like Metro.
You know what I love about Google Fi is I can travel with Google Fi. And I always have great service because I have 3 service providers in the US. I have US Cellular, T-Mobile, and Sprint. And if one of those services isn't doing well, it switches to the one that it's doing the best in the area I'm in. So I almost never have problems because I'm always on the strongest dish I can be on. Sprint is still a thing? Yeah. There's like 3 different overseas carriers that they use too. Like when I was in the UK visiting Ronan and stuff, I had to use it's called One Mobile, and that's like a big service provider over there. But they have a contract with Google Fi, to where if I'm in an area where they aren't they owned by T-Mobile? I don't know.
Metro was bought by T-Mobile. I don't know if Sprint was. They could be on the same towers for all I know. Because Sprint PCS, Metro PCS, I forget. I just know that at one point they were all separate companies themselves. Like Metro was, Sprint was, and then T-Mobile was. Yeah, T-Mobile like has their own towers, I think. But and so they have other companies that are on their towers, even very, very cheap ones that are for like budget stuff.
I don't know. It's nice though to like not have to worry. Like my girlfriend has Verizon and she'll like not have signal, and every time she doesn't, I have signal just fine.
Yeah, it's just funny because I remember growing up, I was like,
Verizon was the best one, right? And now
Verizon
it's
was
like
considered,
not.
like the best. And
Yeah.
I remember like that was the thing is like my dad had it, so I had it. Like my mom even had it. You know, like everybody I knew had it, and that was like the standard to have because it was so good. And then eventually, I think my mom got away from it because we were like sick of the price.
It's nice not to worry about roaming. 100%, it's nice not to worry about roaming. Can't agree. Yeah, I never get any roaming anything ever. No matter where I am, I could be like almost anywhere in the world and not get charged extra for service.
I will say, like in the years that I've had Metro, I've never had issues with being overcharged on shit. Like that's one thing I will say is like it's been consistent. But like I also haven't really looked at any of the new deals, and I probably could get a better deal right now for what there is out there. But
Megan, how much did you have to pay extra, or how much extra was it when we went to the UK so you could continue service on Verizon? It was like a decent amount of money extra, wasn't it? It was like kind of intense, I think, if memory serves. I was just happy that like we didn't both have to worry about that.
I've played this track in so long.
Right? These are all like oldies.
These are some oldies right now.
Oh man, I keep messing up that upside down loop thing.
We're just vibing.
Does
on
your
the classics
phone
at this
provider give
point.
you free things like movie tickets and stuff? No, but I really don't care about that.
See, like I've had the same plan since I've moved out of state to this state, and and I've had Amazon with it this whole time, and I've just had it because it's a service and it was like part of the deal, so we'll go with it. At this point, I'm like, I could take it or leave it because really with Amazon Prime, I'm getting ads anyways with my movies.
Right.
I'm like, it doesn't matter anymore. Like I'm still getting. What am I paying for?
I've been talking about this a lot lately too, and I just don't go to movies anymore because they're so quickly in and out of the theaters these days. They're like in theaters for like 2 weeks and then they're released on a streaming platform. Like, why the hell would I go to a movie theater? Next time, try to find an eSIM app when you go out of the country. It might save you some money. She's gonna be on my cell service next time we go out of the country. We won't have to worry about it. It'll already be covered. Get this woman chocolate, right?
Ooh, chocolate.
I know international roaming for big phone providers isn't cheap. That's one of the big reasons I went with Google Fi, was because it came baked in with international plan. Yeah. With providers in the other areas, like
yeah.
Like I was saying, when I went to England, I had no issues at all. The only time I had issues was like I had some connection issues, like when I went to a music festival, and that was it. It was like out kind of in the middle of nowhere in England, like just a field, you know? Oh, I thought I might have time for another finish. I'm on a much better time too, but I won't be able to finish. Well, GG, I think that's actually going to be it for the stream for me for tonight. My girlfriend has a broken leg and I'm having to take care of her, so I kind of want to extend it a little late tonight, but now's not the time to do extended later streams. So thanks for coming and watching. Zed, thanks for hanging out with me on streams. Always a good time having you.
I think we had a good little bit of banter that we got here for a bit. It was
Very,
nice.
we're
just kind of vibing.
Topic-based stream tonight.
Good. Very good.
I'm going to go get my girlfriend something sweet to eat and do some chores. Because I got off work and then I started streaming, so I have responsibilities.
Not to actually basically relax after the responsibilities.
Right. That'll be like 5 minutes of relaxing and then bedtime and then work tomorrow morning. Let's go.
Yay, busy life schedules.
Anyways, thanks for dropping by. You know, if you haven't subbed to the channel, it'd be great. It'd be really cool if you did. I believe in the description, if you guys are interested, there is a link to my Discord. If you're interested in being involved in the Discord, you can submit your maps to be played on these nights. If you make maps for Zeepkist, in my track submissions channel. I have a Kofi. Kofi is the correct way to say it. Kofi. I got bullied in the comment section for not saying Kofi right, and here it is, Kofi. It's called Kofi. You can't argue with me because that's how the company says it. So I have one of those if you're interested. Also, I don't know, stuff and things. I love you guys. Goodbye.
Peace.